Well, good morning everybody. If you recently watched my Saturday video, you don't have to watch this video, but this morning Apple officially released the latest version of iOS 18.4, which gave us a handful of new features, new emojis, new camera controls that we haven't received, and if you have an iPhone 15 Pro, you now have visual intelligence. Well, so in this video, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I cover every single feature that got released, and yes, timestamps will be in the description down below for your pleasure. Let's get started. Now, the first one can be located in your settings, and if you go into your notification tab, in notifications, if you scroll down, you'll see a new prioritize notification ability. By enabling prioritize notification and going through the list of apps that you like to be prioritized, now whenever one of these selected apps after receive a notification, it will prioritize it like this on your lock page, overlapping some of your old notifications and putting the prioritized one that you selected on top automatically. So we'll have like a cool highlight just like this. Next new changes can be located in Control Center. You see the icons have been slightly enhanced to the point where if you look at the volume icon, if you go all the way down and change white and transition to blue, same applies on your screen brightness. So it'll go from white and then transition to the yellow color. Additionally, these icons over here will actually correlate to your reception as well as your Wi-Fi stats. Right here, as you see, we have 2 bars because our cellular reception is in the 2 bars. So now these icons over here will now update with your status, with the status of your cellular or Wi-Fi. And since we're in Control Center, a new thing that Apple also added is ambient music. Up here, as you see, we have one for love, sunset or sunrise, work purposes, as well as sleep. So if we long hold and enter the customize control center option and we add control and we just search up music as an example, you'll see the ambient music options right here, and they're also listed as categorized. So if we go back and get out of here and select one of these, so like task manage, wait a couple of seconds, it immediately starts playing music. And if you click on that app, you have the ability to pause and play, skip track, and all of this is run without using Apple Music subscription. So you don't need to have an Apple Music subscription to actually utilize this. So that's a cool little feature that we got given, because previously you had to connect AirPods or something like that to have ambient noise access, but now Apple just gave it to us. Now additionally, if we go into our voice memo app, and we just start like a quick recording, the microphone privacy icon will be on the dynamic island. Now if you exit that app, that now moves to the right, giving like a smooth little animation. This works for phone calls, video recording, anything that utilizes the microphone will now move to the side, where previously it used to look like this. And then if you have an Apple Watch, if you go into your alarms, if you enable an alarm and select that alarm, if you scroll all the way to the very bottom, you now have a new breakthrough silent mode setting where you can enable or disable. And this, if you read the description, sound will only play while wearing the Apple Watch. So if you take it off, it's not going to ring anymore. A feature that should have been available since day one. Another thing that's new for the Apple Watch is located whenever you launch the Watch app or you customize it on your watch. But by selecting one of these watch faces that you have, and we select color and we go all the way to the very far right and tap plus, we now receive the new spring 2025 color options. So we have these colors to choose from, and in the near future, Apple will release the color-coordinated Apple Watch exclusive summer limited edition bands to go along with these new colors that they added. And then if you're a fan of Formula One racing, I'll be happy to inform you that in the Sport app from Apple, if you go to the My Lead section and tap Edit, you can now add Formula One, as that is now a thing you can now track on your dynamic island or live activities. And then if you're a subscriber to News Plus, by launching the News Plus app and go into the following category, you'll see there's now a new food category you can select from. And here you can follow all kinds of amazing recipes, as well as a new category to your save recipes or recipe categories that you can peruse from. And then after you select one of these recipes, there's a simple way you could view it. And that is, instead of going down and view these type of the step-by-step ingredients right here, instructions, just select cook, and it'll give you a much more bigger layout, more simpler to read UI, very similar to the Apple Music whenever you have lyrics enabled. Now in the Playground app, where you can create these AI images, now you can actually go back and pre-select some of your pre-made ones or create a new one, because if you tap edit and you tap plus, you now have a new sketch option where previously we only had these two themes to choose from, but now we unlock Sketch, which is probably one of the best looking ones in my opinion. Now in terms of keyboard controls, by tapping the emoji icon, you now have a new Gen emoji category right here, which allows you to create any type of like Gen emoji right here on the spot. I guess Apple moved it so it's easier to be located in case those are unaware. They'll be able to locate the new Gen emoji tab and start creating AI image emojis. So it's right here now. In addition to that, Gen emojis is now fully compatible to be used on social media apps like WhatsApp, Facebook, and other platforms. So you can now create a Gen emoji on any third-party app and just tap add and just send it like this. Because Gen emojis now is fully compatible to be used on RCS messaging as well. So if you're texting an Android user, they can now visually see these Gen emojis. Now, smart lock proximity was something that was offered and featured a few times on Apple's keynote when we first got the unveiled of all the new upcoming features on iOS 18. That is now available on third-party developers. So now smart locks can now utilize the ultra wideband. So you no longer have to actually tap your device to unlock like your front door as an example. Your Apple Watch or your iPhone are now capable to be detected as soon as you walk up and will automatically unlock your door and allow you to get in. Additionally, Apple HomeKit now is fully compatible to be used with your smart robot vacuum. So now you can pair your smart robot vacuum to HomeKit and control your smart robot vacuum all off your smart home app. Now the next new change can be located in your wallet app actually. By launching the wallet app, in your main wallet app section, by tapping the three dots right here, you'll see this new section right here where it says pre-authorized payments. By clicking on here, you can actually manage all your subscriptions that you've been using with your Apple Pay, and you could decide on revoking it right here in case it's one of those subscriptions that's really hard to cancel. So this is a great way to like track your subscriptions that you're subscribed to, which is great because this will send like other subscription services like Rocket Money to no longer be needed. And then if you have an iPhone 15 with Apple Intelligence enabled, the Action button can now be fully supported to be used as for the Apple Intelligence features. A feature that was only available on the iPhone 16s is now finally available on the iPhone 15 Pros. So you can find this new setting in the Setting app and scroll down to Action button right in here. And you'll see a new Apple Intelligence category so you can enable it from here. But if you don't want to utilize this as the action button for your Apple Intelligence, you like to keep it as something else, you go bring down Control Center, long hold, and you'll see there's a new Visual Intelligence category as well, where you can now add Apple Intelligence and Siri in the category right here. And now you have Apple Intelligence you could just add right here as a shortcut if you don't want to use the action button. Then another thing that was added on the iPhone 15, well, fixed I guess, is if we lock our device and long hold to enter the edit wallpaper section, tap edit. If you scroll down, you'll see the wallpaper for the iPhone 15 originally that it came with has been re-added on the iPhone. So believe it or not, Apple did remove it on iOS 18, but now it's back. You can now re-add it. And then on my iPhone 16, I did disable the visual intelligence on the side button right here because if I long hold, it doesn't do anything. Now we have the ability to disable that. So now if I press over here, now all I have is actual camera controls, not Apple Intelligence. So to find this new setting, go into the settings of your phone, you go into camera, select camera control, and scroll down until you find launch visual intelligence, press and hold. This is where you can finally go in and decide to enable that or disable it. Now the hidden photo library has been more secure than previously, as before there was a quick walk around where you have your phone plugged into a computer. You can access the hidden album. That's been resolved on iOS 18.4. In addition to that, Apple also gave us new features too that's located in the photo app. By launching the photo app, and if we go and select one of these random albums right here, you have a new filter tool down here where you can sort from oldest to newest, favorites, videos, screenshots. So this has been slightly redesigned. And then if we go all the way to the very bottom and actually select on an album, if you select these three dots, you have different viewpoints too. So this is like the standard one, but if you click on it, you now have key photo view as well, with more filtering sort options over here for like custom order, to name, or sort by date modified. Additionally, whenever you receive a text message from a group, like photos, back and forth, you may see it also located in your photo library as well. If you don't like that, you now have the ability to disable that. You'll find this new setting in the setting app in the photo tab. So here it is on the main page. Scroll down to apps and then just type in photos. Select the photo app. And if you scroll down, you'll see a new show, recent, view, and shared. By disabling this, if we go into our photo app and then we go into our utilities, and if we go back to this page and we enable the share viewed and go back here, you'll see that the share recent images are going to be categorized right here, as well as the ones you recently received. So it gives you more utility to manage stuff, but you don't like your library to be mixed with your friends' conversation, you can just disable it and it simplifies it. Additionally, if you have the Apple Vision, just like the Apple Watch app, there's now a companion app you could download for it. It should be automatically downloaded if you have it paired to your Apple account, but if it's not, you can always just launch the App Store and go in search and type in Apple Vision. And you'll see the Apple Vision Pro app right here, and you can decide to install. This allows you to control your headset from your phone as well. And then if you tap download, let it download, you now have the ability to pause and resume your downloads. A feature that was removed secretly, but then given back to us again. So now we actually have the ability to pause and resume our downloads. Same applies on updates as well. And then in the photo app, and then we also got new emojis, as you can see them right here. We have a new splash purple emoji, a bags under eye emoji, a fingerprint, a leafless tree, a beats, a harp, a shovel, and a new flag also got added. And then if you have a large screen for Apple CarPlay in your vehicle, you may find that there is a new row of apps that got added. This is something a lot of people have been reporting, but it's only compatible on large screen devices, about like 8 inches or larger displays, as some users have been reporting. And then lastly, if you have a pair of AirPods Max with the USB-C, so long as it's the USB-C, not the lightning cable version, AirPods Max are going to receive an update alongside this release that will allow them to finally be compatible to be used for lossless audio. But there you guys have it. Those are all the new changes that got added on iOS 18.4. But as always, thank you so much for watching. But real quick, if you wish to watch more, maybe you'd like to see some cool things you could do on Apple CarPlay, highly recommend checking out that video over there, because I show you a clever way to disable the auto play ability when you get in your car. This is a feature that's well overdue, and I'm surprised Apple hasn't gave us this ability yet, but I find a clever walk around how you can have it to automatically pause as soon as you get in your car. So definitely check out that video over there to unlock the full potential of Apple CarPlay. Thank you again for watching.